the kilter Kemi. Well, she's here. Let's begin. Confessions Thursday. When you're calling, you don't say your name. And I promise you, if you don't want to hear my opinion today regarding that crazy situation of yours, because you think Joyce is a little too... I've been accused of being a little too harsh. Oh, wow. What do you think the truth is? Do you think the truth caters to your sentiments? All right, good. I brought a few biased people on the show with me. This is supposed to go well. 12:30 on the clock. When you're calling, you don't say your name. Confessions Thursday. Welcome to Nigeria Info. Enjoy the chill in the air. I want you to enjoy the company that radio brings. The sunny side. Confessions Thursday kicks off. I also want to quickly apologize. I have something to attend to, and what that means is we will not be having the Lords of Logic today because I have to disappear. I think about 1:30, 2 o'clock. But best believe you're in good hands. Nigeria Info. We begin today's edition of radio. Cam is going to give us the numbers, and we're going to attempt to wash our sins away by admitting them first. Kemi.
Okay. All right. So mail line 0201-277-0993, 0201-277-0993. Female line at 0201-465-7190, 0201-465-7190. And the WhatsApp number is 009-597-5805, 009-597-5805.
Okay. We're going to go to WhatsApp. Kemi is going to read this WhatsApp message I'm looking at. Sam is going to attempt to answer it. I guess I'm curious to know the way his mind works. So, Kemi.
Okay. So this person says, "Good day, Joyce. My confession is that I can't perform in the other room again for some time now. My wife is threatening me with a divorce. She says that she can't be sleeping with the same woman like herself. Ooh, I'm just in my early 50s. Joyce, can you give my number to anyone who would be of help? Anonymous."
Okay.
You were shocked?
I'm not sure what sort of help he or she is talking about.
I know what help. That's already.
So let's give them the benefits of the doubt.
But you heard the problem.
Help. Let's assume it's medical help.
Okay.
And so if it's medical help, then that's something that can be fixed. But if you're asking for anything other than that, I mean, it's understandable. Everybody needs satisfaction, or if I can use that word, but. Yeah. Hey, love is marriage. Love, those things are commitments. So you have to be willing to, make adjustments to fit your partner into the equation. I know sacrifice is a lot to make. I mean, if you're giving up something that you want for the other person, so it all depends on what you want. Sam would say, if you can't stay, take a walk.
Okay, because he said.
Oh, that sounds like a Joyce point, right? Okay.
His wife is threatening him with divorce.
So, yeah.
So you should just accept.
If she's coming with a divorce, I would say go. Regardless of what you feel. If she's already asking for a divorce, I would say go. Regardless of what you want. I would say try.
What's the sentiment there?
Well, you don't want to hold someone against their will.
Oh.
She mentally or physically or emotionally
she's
out.
done. She sounds like she's done.
Walk? Why keep someone? I mean, it's like every other relationship. If someone doesn't want to be with you, why not?
I could take a few days off at this point. I hand you over to you guys.
It's the insult for me, though. She can't be sleeping with the same woman like herself.
Oh, Kemi, you want to say something?
That's a bit insulting. I think that just screams, "I'm done with you." When you're ready, you sign the papers. So it's like saying it without saying it.
I think she said it. What else?
So I don't know why he's here, because she said it without saying it in plain.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you think
divorced me already?
He should leave? Your judgment. He should leave.
Here, yes.
Your judgment. He should leave. Well, Lagos, gentlemen,
but
get medical help.
If he loves her,
get medical help and see whether. But that's the problem when your relationship is built on sex.
But could there be a possibility that she's trying to get him to make the push? So I may like you, but I want you to be the one who takes the blame for this. So I'm going to push you to the point where you take a walk.
Likely. That is a possibility. But then again, we also don't know other co-factors in forming this shaky relationship. But if she's really fiddled with the idea of divorce, and she says, I can't sleep with another woman, I'm not a lesbian, I don't know if there's any punch that would hit harder than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know whether
Possibly.
I don't know whether you should hear that twice. I think she said it once. You can hear that like 5 times every time you probably see your face. So get medical help and see whether that would in some way salvage the union. But it really just sounds like you're not holding on to too much, or at least there's not much you can hold on to here. So considering. If you consider leaving the relationship, it's all part of the deal. And I think you should start thinking about that. Confessions Thursday. When you call in, you don't say your name. Now, I'm sure we had messages from last week now, didn't we?
Yeah,
all right. Welcome to Nigeria Info. And we are live streaming. We're on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. And as I did tell you earlier on, I have company on Confessions Thursday. And the rules are still the same. When you call in, you do not say your name. It's so necessary that you are anonymous. And your confessions can be as crazy, weird, unusual, sad, painful, regretful, maybe even shameful, because I think sometimes we eventually find the courage to admit the shameful things that we have done. And a step towards repentance is just truly being able to confront it in order to repent from it. And if you find this company a good village that will not judge or criticize you for the errors of your past, then of course you're welcome to join us on Confessions Thursday, this beautiful, wet, chill Thursday afternoon. My name's Joyce Onyemuwa.
Flooded.
To confessions.
Yeah. This person says, good afternoon, Joyce Onyemuwa. I'm a student in the UK and my student visa will soon expire. I have an Oyinbo man, a divorcee, who is begging me to marry him so that he can give me papers. Before I came to the UK, I promised my boyfriend back home that I will always be there for him. Right now, I do not know what to do. I'm in a good relationship with my boyfriend back home, but honestly, I'm torn. Please kindly advise me on what to do in this case. Anonymous. You know that this was supposed to be a topic on the divorce series?
Was it supposed to be a topic?
Yeah, the thing with UK and divorce is just trending.
Absolutely. Yeah. Do we have that noted though?
Yeah.
If we have it bookmarked, then we can certainly have the conversation. So the girlfriend has a white man offer and a black man offer.
So she has someone she's dating in Nigeria. She went to school. Her student visa will soon expire. And now there's this white guy who's a divorcee. He's fresh out. Is like, oh, will you marry me? I can get you your papers. You can stay. Blah,
it comes
blah.
with papers.
Yeah, it comes with papers,
all right,
apparently.
Are you in this situation? Are you a
So
good
she's
deal?
asking, what does she do? Because she's not fight. It's not like she's having a fight with the guy at home. She's already promised him that she'll be there. She doesn't know what to do.
This is selfish, and this is like an everyday thing we see in relationship, right?
Is it?
Good guy doesn't have too much. Girl meets another guy who has a lot, and then you put yourself in a situation where you think, I don't see it's selfish. It really is
on the
selfish.
girl's part.
Yes,
right.
very, very selfish. If you have someone you don't have a problem with, what else do you want in the relationship? A good guy who's there for you and doesn't constitute nuisance or any sort of problem. Why then do you even entertain the idea of talking to someone else?
Of having the queen?
Yeah.
Because
As your queen? No, sorry. It's not a king, right? As having Eliza. No, who's on the pound bill? Is the king
It's
on
now
the
the king. It's
Okay,
now
so
the king.
you think she's
So
going to have a
if
problem
there
with Charles being the one who welcomes her to the
So why
kingdom?
not wait for Charles in the end from the very beginning? Why wait for
Okay, well,
the prince?
yeah,
So if you have a relationship, I don't know why people are not willing to lose. If you love someone and you're there, it doesn't always have to work. You take a walk when it doesn't work and go ahead with.
Oh, wow.
You
You're down for the game where you lose?
We've all been through heartbreaks a lot. So for me, it's always, you know what you're getting. It's either it works or it doesn't. So I think people don't prepare themselves for eventualities. So they're like, it's only going to be this. And if it doesn't work, I want to stay there. So if it doesn't work, take a walk. Get that from the beginning that, there's a possibility a relationship doesn't work. And when we come to that point, I will leave. And there doesn't have to be any hard feelings. So this is very selfish on the girl's part. You have a guy, then you entertain the conversation with somebody else, and you know there's something extra coming.
And you know what's even pathetic about this entertainment? The only reason she wants this other guy is because her visa
will
It's
expire.
not like she even likes the guy.
Well, actually, I think that there's a way she can renew if she wants to. There's a post-study visa in UK, I swear ahead. So there's a way you can renew. But what most Nigerians are doing is that when they settle something here, they go there and it looks like it's shaky. They now quickly like act and get their stuff together and like, oh, we're still a couple though. And then they can give them the post-study.
So this is keeping options available.
Well,
all the options open, rather.
I to be honest,
You think that's a good thing? Oh,
This is very tricky. I think that she should be open with the Oyibo person and just tell the person what it is. Like, it's not like I love you anything.
The boyfriend back in Nigeria,
and
how does
then
he
she
feel?
no, he
If
has
you're
to know.
telling me that
I have to tell you that my student visa will soon expire. What do we do? Actually, there's an option, and I post the option to you. Not that I'm saying I want to marry this guy, but I'm telling you that I have to speak to this guy. If he says he can actually get me my papers, then let's
to the white guy or the guy back in Nigeria. It's being unfair.
Kemi, you sound like an opportunist at this. You sound like a hustler at this. You sound like
because the truth is.
Oh wow!
No matter what we say here, the ball is still in her court.
But she's writing to me to give her some direction. And in my view, I would say, do you love this guy in Nigeria? Because truly, I think you want a kind of guarantee. And unfortunately, in this picture, she wants a guarantee of her papers where if this relationship falls apart, I can
still
have something.
Exactly.
But if she was in love with, for example, this Nigerian guy, then you cannot place the guarantee or the security of having papers over the love that you have for someone.
If she was in love.
It will not compare if she was in love.
If she was in
now,
love,
if she's not in love, she's now she's looking for security. And it looks like the Nigerian guy is also trying to secure himself. He has to secure himself before he's even able to secure her. And if the guy is in Tinubu's economy unsecured, maybe what Kemi's saying, the commonsensical thing to do is, well, don't lose a chance to secure the king first. When you secure that, then maybe you can come back here. So the only dicey thing here for me, I think, is what they have as a relationship. Are you guys in love? If you're not in love...
that's what I'm saying. If she actually cares about this person, you should tell him what is happening now.
If she cares about
my student visa is about to expire. What do you advise that I do? That way, maybe something that she's not thinking, he's thinking of. What if he's also coming?
So
then he makes her independent or something like that. That way she can also get to
What
stay.
if he's not coming?
Now, what if he's not coming? There's that.
So basically, I think she should speak to the guy.
She should speak. She should be
to
open.
The guy to say,
just be open.
My visa is
Don't
about
hide.
to expire. What can we do about this? Then he probably is going to say, well...
Is that he says, come home.
Or she tells him, like, there's this other guy who's asking me out. But if he's thinking, well, let's use him to get what you want, which is what we want, which is what some of you all do.
Okay. I think you're all picking up on and putting down now.
The white guy into consideration. I mean, nobody likes to be played.
Jesus, no.
Fantastic.
And
yeah.
At some
Nobody
point,
wants to be played.
I feel like the white guy is going to come with commitments. Oh, if I'm going to guarantee...
Who says the guy is not here to play?
Exactly now.
Who says the guy is not here to play?
Why would you be begging? First off, it sounds shady. I'm asking you to marry me.
No.
And then I'm also saying that I can give you papers. It's not clear. It's, oh God, you don't have to say
also
that.
Trying to cover his bases. If I'm going to guarantee you papers, what am I getting in return?
Exactly.
So you marry me,
that
right?
is obviously transactional.
You know what? At this point, let's slice this in two. If you love this black guy, come back to your guy. Period. Like, there's nothing else to be said. If you love this guy, if you have something serious, come back to your guy. If you don't have anything serious here, the guy is trying to secure his future, you have an opportunity to secure yours. Tell the black guy that you're trying to secure something with this white guy. I think you owe him the courtesy, actually, to be honest. I think you just owe it to him to say, well, this is what I'm doing, and I want you to know, I don't want you to think that I'm using you and I'm dumping you at this point in my life. This is what my plans are because of the situation I have found myself, and I'm not going to take advantage of what we have, even as friends, because I don't know what the white guy wants. And I like the fact that he raised the fact that maybe the white guy is also here for a long time, not just a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So if she's
that
gonna
possibility, but there's also the possibility that this is also transactional because he knows she needs something. But if she can be upfront with her person back in Nigeria, if she loves the guy and then comes to this white guy and says, see, this is how things are. I have someone here. I love this person. I'm not ready to leave this person. Can you help me? If you can't, I'm sorry. I actually can't marry you.
No. That white guy. I don't even think they're that.
Fine.
No, they're not so kind. I don't
what
think.
If this person is a
gonna
kind
say,
person?
Could be.
Yeah, but like if you tell the white guy, like I have a boyfriend.
I'm in love with somebody. It's not even I have a boyfriend. I'm in love with someone else. It is
if you
not
can help me.
you.
Okay, maybe that may work.
Can you help me?
Why would he want to do that?
My point exactly. Like, why would he want to help you and your boyfriend? It's a 0-0 0.00000.0001%.
And I also think as a guy, if I were the boyfriend back in Nigeria, you're telling me, I'm not sure which I appreciate the more, the honesty or the knowledge of you being with someone else, entertaining that conversation.
To be honest with you, for me, I would respect the honesty. At least you're not. For me, though, I'm the kind of person who I think you respect me when
Just
you tell me the
him
truth.
everything.
So I feel that way. Whether she's capable of the truth is a different ball game. But if you are being upfront and straightforward, you may lose that. But if they ever saw you again, they'll respect you. Like, that's for sure. You didn't violate them. You didn't take advantage of them. You didn't hide it. Yeah. You can even have a friendship on that basis alone, even if it's not like
No.
Oh, it doesn't work for you.
No.
So you rather me not tell you the truth than we.
Sam, are you a
Why?
you sound like a serious guy. Oh wow.
No.
Okay.
No.
You don't have to. Okay, so what if she and this particular guy, quote unquote, were in the same school?
Kemi, stop all these scenarios. If you love the black
because
guy,
she's saying that she's entertaining the white guy.
Which he already is. That's the situation.
Sam's point is rather straightforward.
She is.
In Sam's mind, I'm in love with this girl. She's in the UK. She's talking to a white guy. Relationship over.
That's it.
Sam has arrived at the bus stop. You're hopping tricycles and bikes. You're trekking. Sam is at the end. And I kind of get his point. It's rather straightforward. What we're not certain of is what they share, what the Nigerian lady and the Nigerian guy share. If it's love, Sam's position stands. If it's not love, that's what you're now debating.
Exactly.
Like, if it's not love,
because there's a chance.
if it's not love, it will be sensible for you to secure yourself. If it's not love, because you don't know the destiny or the future of this black guy, and it will be good for both of you to not be empty-handed.
There's
At least if the girl is secure and eventually she thinks she wants to settle down with the black guy, somebody has a key to a door that can at least maybe help their future together if they don't want to be in Nigeria.
There's a case,
but that's
where
also why honesty is necessary.
Exactly, two black people are trying to be honest and they leave.
Honest with the white guy.
He's pushing for honesty to everybody, Sam. Pick a hustle.
No. I honestly agree. I hate to admit.
Being honest with the white guy.
I hate to admit that
I said tell everybody what's going on.
I hate to admit to.
She loses on both fronts.
I hate to admit that I hate to admit that I agree with Sam. I honestly hate to admit that I agree with him. He is so right, because what we have failed to do is take into consideration the British guy. And what we have to do for the British guy is, if that was your brother,
what would
then
you
you tell him the truth now. Don't
So-
keep him in limbo. Let him go if he wants to go.
So, Sam, I know you're not going to accept this, but I honestly say that which is what we've said earlier on, tell the white guy the truth.
Just tell him the truth.
But then again, why should he help you?
He doesn't
after
have
you
to.
told
No,
him?
I'm saying he doesn't have to help
Okay,
you.
good. That's
Just tell
it.
him the truth so he's out of the way. You are looking for other options with your
she
guy.
walks home empty-handed.
Bro, what do you want her to do now? She's in love with you. You don't want her to come home again. She'll stay there and do what?
So it takes me back to the earlier point. It's a stupid decision to have a boyfriend and be
entertain.
talking to someone else.
But life is not like you know how it is when you can't quite determine.
Joyce,
The only reason,
who says the guy can't make it tomorrow?
Sam, the only reason you believe in a guy, in another person's tomorrow, is because you care enough. If you don't care that hard, today is really what you're looking out for. Not even when you're being tempted with the possibility of you can have papers which every other Nigerian is hustling for. And then there you are, and some white guy is saying, hey, we can have a relationship, and I really can be that guy who can help you go get it. You're not praying for it. You're not hoping for it. It just came. Just the seduction, just the temptation that you could have what you want. And then at this point, it now becomes opportunity cost. It's like, who's more important, me or this guy in Nigeria?
Who should be more important?
In that moment, it's you. In that moment, you're thinking, well, this is what I want for myself. Because at that point, you don't love. It's love that makes you truly value someone.
Somebody just said something, which is
Without
a very valid
love,
point.
there isn't much of a value to the other person. It's like it's like you have a boss who respects you because they can see the value in your work.
Yeah.
And come rain or sun, the regard that they have for you doesn't dwindle because they truly comprehend value. Now, they're not looking at your height. They're not looking at your skin color, your tribe. They're looking at what you're capable of, what your contribution to the company is. And that just stands for something. As against you have a boss who Doesn't care. They don't even see the value. But everybody else sees your value. But he doesn't see the value. Who says you couldn't be fired in the next minute? Not because you're incompetent, but because the person who should see the value does not see the value. So you become the gamble. You become the pawn in the game. Right. It's just an unfortunate thing. It's just that except she loves the guy, it now seems as though the sensible thing to do is at least don't lose. It would appear that way.
Because this person says, what if the
It's so
Nigerian guy is the
unfortunate,
one
but-
responsible for her travel expenses?
But she didn't say that.
She didn't say that, so she has not really given us details to. But I'm
just
saying
think
if you're
in the
clear
end,
and
whatever
open,
decision
then
is made by the girl, the white guy, and the guy in Nigeria, it's all for selfish reasons.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All three of them are going to make this for selfish reasons.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Because if we spun that ball around, if the Nigerian guy was
the one in UK,
the one in the UK, and he had a girl here that he didn't love,
He'd probably be doing the same thing.
and found he probably would be doing the same, except he
But
loved the girl back
except
here.
if
He
he
would say,
loves
I
the
don't
girl,
care for the papers, I
he
want to
will
go
come
back to
home.
my woman.
he will come home.
It's only love that will make you see that. And say, it's like
will
when you
come
see
home.
other beautiful women. It's like you see maybe your girlfriend
You
is
see, but you're not seeing.
yeah, you see a girl, maybe your girlfriend is skinny, and suddenly you see this fine, pretty, chubby girl, and you think, oh, wow, she's pretty. And suddenly maybe your brain tells you to compare. And then you do that thing where you compare, and suddenly you're like, oh, I wish this chubby girl was my girlfriend. And suddenly you see all the flaws in your girlfriend because you saw one or that chubby girl. But if you loved your girlfriend, there are not enough women on earth.
If I loved my girlfriend, I shouldn't be looking.
Even if you
won't see,
you wouldn't
Sam.
even
It's not
see
like
it.
you will see, but you're not
like,
seeing.
It's not like you're looking.
It's not like you are
but
looking.
You wouldn't
That's
see
slightly
it.
different. That's slightly different. The fact that I look, I'm not looking. It's right in my line of
Exactly,
sight, right? And
yeah.
Like
I
that's your colleague, for example. Yeah, you have to
but
work
this
together.
is this is a case of I am looking. It didn't even walk across. Maybe it did, and now I am looking. I am focused
and you're
on
looking
the white
because
guy in
nothing
front
else.
of me.
Yeah, because you don't have love. That's what I'm saying. You don't have love for this black guy.
So Nigeria.
So now you're looking. If you had love, you would not
This
be
is
looking.
suggestive that there's love for the white guy back in
No, no,
Nigeria.
no,
At least
no,
what I-
no,
For the
no.
white
If
guy?
there was love, she wouldn't write me.
Okay.
She's confused.
Okay.
The only reason you're confused
It's because
is
you're
because
not
you can
sure.
gamble
I
it.
think the only reason she's confused is because there's an opportunity to have a good future.
If you were in love.
You know, they
Have
don't
you
used to
seen-
advise somebody that
have
is
you-
in love. You cannot
I'm
advise
on the
them.
side-
That place, there's gutter there. They are going.
Look,
My love
I'm
is
absolutely
across.
on the side of love here. I'm saying, like you mentioned, Joyce, there's a possibility, you start doing the comparison thing. It doesn't say you're not in love. For
No.
5 minutes, 2 minutes, you're just tempted, Joyce.
No,
you're just tempted.
Bushman. Look, dude.
no.
I don't know if you've ever been in love before.
No.
If you've ever been in love before, there is nothing made by God as beautiful, as
the one that
perfect
you're in love
as the
with.
one you're in love with.
That is
Nothing.
You don't
the
see
decision
nobody.
after.
No,
That is the decision
no.
after.
I'm not asking. I'm not talking about a decision. You see that thing where you ask Google what is love, and Google tells you love is a decision. The same Google also tells you that love is that thing where you can't control how you feel for someone. I'm talking about that love where you can't control what you feel for, where you're a slave to that person, and you want to be a willing slave to that person because you love them. That's the kind of love I'm talking about. If you ever have the privilege of that kind of love, you are willing to die.
Go to war. Kill people.
This is a situation that probably lasts just 2 minutes. This whole thing I'm talking about.
Now you sound like a typical Nigerian
No,
who's
I'm
not had the
I'm
privilege
saying-
of being in love.
No, I'm not even suggesting that. I'm saying there's a situation where you love someone, you see someone.
I've been in love before. I've been in love before.
I'm seeing you. You're fine, but I'm not seeing you.
I've been in love before. Believe me. My head was not even my own. And you know how logical I can be.
Yeah.
All of this brain was at the service of the person I was in love with. Look, I'm audacious, I'm logical, I'm critical, I have will, I have grit, I have spice, I have fire, and I fell in love. And I made myself I split my psyche into two, and I was a slave to the person I was in love with. When I got mad at the guy, you would not believe that I was angry about the extent to which I had fallen in love. because I was
Yeah.
so in love, I didn't have a will of my own.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that
Oh.
happens. Nigerians have come
You're
up
probably
with
gonna
way
kick
out.
against
Sha.
this, Joyce.
We're going to go off on a
Let's
break.
go on a break. Come up with solutions.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays, and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Hey Lagos, don't forget that you too can win money on here on Nigeria Info, courtesy of oneplay.ng. Now, I know I have said this time and time again, but I mean, does the money ever get too much? All you have to do is go to the website www.oneplay.ng. That's number oneplay.ng. And when you get to that website, pick your station, Nigeria Info, follow the instructions, and in a few seconds, your ticket will be in the draw. A ticket is 500 naira, so you can play with 500 naira or more. And if you don't have a smartphone, well, not to worry. All you have to do is dial the code *347 *880 *3#. *347 *880 *3#. Now, playing with 500 naira or more can also get your tickets in the draw. Now, remember that the more you play, the better your chances of winning every day. There's money to be won on the Money Crossfire. There's money to be won on WhatsApp Lagos. 3 people, in fact, win 25,000 naira on the WhatsApp Lagos show. And on Sunnyside, there's money to be won on there as well. Yes, there's also money to be won on Game On shows, weekday, weekend, money everywhere. But that's not even all, because every Friday there's a jackpot of 50,000 naira per show. And you, my dear, can get some of that money. All you have to do is make sure you're playing during the week, and automatically you get qualified for the weekly jackpot. Remember, your chances of winning are still the same. So whether you're playing on a smartphone with the website www.oneplay.ng, or you're doing it on a dataless phone or a small phone, yes, that small touchlight phone, if you're dialing the code *347 *880 *3#, either ways, your chances of winning are still the same. Okay, remember to play responsibly, Lagos. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If you're under 18, this is not your group chat, please. You can now excuse us. All right then, 18 and above, let's start playing and let's start winning. There's money on ground. Do you want to get it?
You're listening to Confessions Thursday with Joyce on the Sunny Side.
99.3 Nigeria Info, the Sunny Side. Is Confessions Thursday. We have about a minute and a half before the top of the hour where we get to bring to you the news update. My name is Joyce. I have Kemi and Sam with me in the studio. So we're going to go to WhatsApp to read your opinions on this very interesting triangle, which is a matter sent to us on Confessions Thursday.
Okay, this person says, truth is everything in life. The truth is everything in life is transactional, including relationships. Tell your boyfriend you are going into the marriage for a while and have that conversation with the white guy. Many white people there know and will agree because they understand the transactional nature of life and relationships. This person says, good day to you all in studio. The lady in UK enroll on another course. It's actually not difficult because you are already in the UK. My advice.
Okay, good.
This person says, why would she fall in love with another man when she's already in love? To me, she doesn't love the Nigerian guy. This person says, hi Joyce, I'm in the UK, and if her student's visa is expiring, she can go for a post-study work visa for 18 to 24 months, and in the process she can get a sponsored job.
Thank you.
That
Thank you.
she found out an Oyibo man that promises to get her papers for stay is a lie and scam. She's just looking for excuses to exit that relationship. Now, Ojukokoro they do her. Most white guys here live on the benefits and hardly know about their immigration system.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, this person says the white guy wants something. Tell the truth to both. Will come with her.
We go hard and in depth
The real discourse and commentaries right here.
on Nigeria Info.
This is a clear situation of funny man die, funny man burial.
What kind of marriage is that?
You are calling it marriage. In that fact, now what for?
Isn't there a tradition like when you're pissed, you can walk away? You don't have that tradition?
Radio at its finest.
It's 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk.
It's 1 o'clock. The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's get into the update. At this time, the House of Representatives has stepped down all the bills transmitted from the Senate for concurrence in the House. The resolution was taken after heated debates on what was termed undue delay of bills transmitted to the Senate for concurrence at the floor of the Green Chamber on Wednesday. Consequently, the House steps down two bills sponsored by the Senate leader, Okweyemi Bamidele. The House leader, Honorable Julius Ihombere, also moved a motion to step down the second bill, which sought to establish Federal University of Medicine and Medical Sciences in Egbe, Kogi State. Police have arrested 3 kidnappers who have been terrorizing the FCT and neighboring states. The kidnappers were arrested in 2 separate operations in Abuja and Kaduna. The police claim that the suspects were behind several high-profile kidnappings and were known to operate from camps hidden deep within the forests of Ketia and Regina in Kaduna State. And here in Lagos, the state government has temporarily suspended BRT lane enforcement on Eko Bridge and Odoiya-Laro. Special Advisor on Transportation, Sholagiwa, said the move is to ease traffic caused by ongoing repairs on the Ifako Bridge. LASMA officials have been deployed to ensure order, while motorists are advised to obey safety rules and consider alternative routes. The Lagos High Court has dismissed an application by Mohbad's father, Joseph Aloba, challenging the DPP's clearance of Naira Marley and Sam Larry in the late singer's death investigation. Justice Taiwo Olatokun ruled that the Attorney General's prosecutorial powers could not be questioned. Aloba's lawyer, Wahab Shitu, plans to appeal the ruling. And Liverpool forward Diogo Jota has died in a car crash in Spain. He was just 28 years old. Spanish police say the crash happened after a tire blowout while Jota was overtaking another car. His brother Andre Silva also died in the accident. Jota had only recently married his longtime partner and leaves behind 3 children. A Liverpool Football Club says they are devastated by what they call an unimaginable loss. Cristiano Ronaldo said, quote, "It doesn't make sense." Portugal's Football Federation called Jota an extraordinary person. And that's all the updates we have for you at this time. It is back to Confessions Thursday with Joyce, right here on the sunny side, 99.3 Nigeria Info. And I am Yvonne Ohaifo. Thank you for your time.
If news is your quest, or gist your request, well, somewhere over your rainbows
Over your rainbow.
is the sunny side
They better know it.
with Joyce. Let's talk. On Confessions Thursday, we open the cupboards to secrets.
Is that a skeleton I see?
Child, bite your tongue. Well, they say good walls make good neighbors.
Wait, you mean gist, right?
Confessions Thursday with Joyce on Nigeria Info.
You're listening to Confessions Thursday with Joyce on the sunny side.
Confessions Thursday, we open the cupboards to secrets.
Is that a skeleton I see?
Child, bite your tongue. Well, they say good walls make good neighbors.
Wait, you mean gist, right?
Confessions Thursday with Joyce on Nigeria Info.
Welcome, Lagos. You have work to do on Confessions Thursday. So good to have you join our conversation. Today I have company, and you're listening to Nigeria Info. Sam and Kemi with me. And imagine we have been on one very interesting single story where we are even trying to comprehend it, and so are you. But a handful of you have brought in suggestions to this particular confession for a Nigerian who is in the UK. She's considering her visa expiration, also considering her Nigerian boyfriend. Plus, now she has a UK boyfriend, and she wants to know whether she should stick to the UK guy or the Nigerian guy. Most of us in the studio, I think all of us in the studio agree for the case of love. And if she loves the Nigerian guy, she has to come back to her Nigerian guy. No questions asked. In the absence of that, everything else appears to be fair in love and war. Well, no, this is a kind of war.
War, yeah.
Where you're more driven by your own selfish gain or your ambitious pursuit. That's really what you're left with if you think, well, I like the Nigerian guy, but I must at least secure my papers before I move on with the relationship. A handful of people have advised her to apply for additional educational programs in the UK to lengthen her time. That's one. Many other people suggest that she doesn't love the Nigerian guy. Let the Nigerian guy go and find a person that loves him. But we all agree on telling the truth, because the truth truly helps, not just her, but the Nigerian guy and the UK guy. And Sam concludes that she would lose. And I think it's fair. I mean, it's the game.
You told the
I
truth.
do have, off of what you said, Joyce, I do have something in my mind. What's the ultimate test for love?
Anything. I mean, there are many things that can test your love. There isn't an ultimate test for love, because some people have had, say, maybe you look at a parent who is bedridden, and you have a child who's willing to stay by their parent, to cater to their parents, including like wash them and clean them. And if you ask them, many of them, they don't even think love as much as they think duty. Like, oh, well, this is my parent, I can't leave them. You understand? So I don't know that there is one ultimate test, because sometimes it's not even, the test may not even be the other person's problem. It may be you have a problem. How do you handle it that you do not disadvantage or abuse or violate the other person? Life plays tricks on us. So I don't know that there is any ultimate test, but there can be a variety of tests where it's like, if I got married to a man I am richer than, and I love him, that can be a test. Because now the question is, if you say you love this person, how do you treat them when you're more powerful than they are? Because what love would automatically require of you is, if I love a person who I'm stronger than or more powerful than, because I love them, they're not only equal to me, they wield the same power I wield. It's like when a king marries a queen.
Yeah.
When a king marries a commoner, she goes from commoner to queen. And what that means is she orders the throne. It's really that, and vice versa. So it's not, oh, I'm a king, even though I married you, you're a slave, or you're not a slave anymore, but you're down there. No, that's not love. So it can take different kinds of forms. The test can take varying forms. It can be the honesty that you tell the other person. If you love the other person, you tell them the truth. And many times, a lot of people think, I'm saving you, so I'm not telling you the truth. But the lies that you tell them hurt them. Sometimes it's that I love you enough, I will sacrifice whatever I need to sacrifice, not just for your own security, but to prove that I love you. Because that's the only thing, and it has nothing to do with money. You may be a poor guy, but you give so much to the person that you love that that is your own capability that shows that this is you showing your love for this other person. Sometimes you have money, and the test can be something else. It can be the way you love the person. It can be the respect that you give to them. It can be how you fight for them. So there isn't one ultimate test.
Okay, so what, because I'm thinking it's either self or opportunities. There's a saying that goes, there's not such thing as a faithful man or woman, just one without opportunities.
That's incorrect. There are faithful men and women.
Faithful men and women.
No, there are faithful men and there are faithful.
So what tests that faithfulness? The opportunity to be unfaithful, right?
Oh, well, that's one of the ways it can be tested, but it's not the only way.
But that's the best way to test it.
We can't say the best because the misery in life takes different forms. It's like you hear some people are in pain and they survive the pain. You hear another person is in pain and they commit suicide. Mick Jagger used to have a girlfriend. And one day I was at work and I read the news report that Mick Jagger's girlfriend committed suicide. And people were trying to figure out why she had killed herself. One reported that she was in debt. And I'm like, you're dating Mick Jagger and you're in debt. Like, how does that even happen? But there are probably other psychological pressures that probably she could no longer endure. That even though she was with a rock star, she had money, she had fame, she had whatever it was that came with popularity, something made her kill herself. That's just an example. I'm just saying there isn't one ultimate test. Okay. Being the test of faithfulness, or you're tested with unfaithfulness to weigh or see whether there's any true to your claim that you're a faithful person, is one of many. Sometimes it's telling the truth. Sometimes it's not cheating the other person. I read a quote when I was young, and I think it was, I'm not sure who wrote it, but I can't forget it. What is, I haven't been able to forget it. He says that to be friends, you must be equals. That's even for friendship, not for lovers. That to be friends, you have to be equals. So that even for you to be my friend, regardless of what my authority and power is, if you are my friend, there has to be this seeming, look at what God did with Abraham. They called him my friend, and suddenly you can see a tale that almost leveled a relationship between a God and a man. So I'm saying that the test can be anything. It can be infidelity. It can be, the test of, it can be sexual. But in that moment, it's not even for their benefit. It's even for your benefit. When you're tested, it's not even for the other person. It's you. You are being tested.
Not them.
So you're not even doing them a favor by conquering your temptations. It's you. Because if you fail by your temptation, they don't fail. You have failed. So it's not for them that you are tested. It is for you that you are tested. It is if you say you are a man. So I think the highest test is for a man to be tested by what he claims to be. If you say you are a faithful man, you're not doing your woman, your lover, a favor by being faithful. You should be faithful in and out of season with or without them.
So this is me saying I'm faithful. I know I'm faithful.
Yeah.
Right? And no questions.
You have a
But if I
confession
have
now?
no. If I have to prove it to you or to my lady that I'm faithful, I have to prove it by being faithful, right?
Well,
So
I
I'm
don't
not trying to convince me. I have to convince someone that I'm with, that I'm faithful.
You know
It's
the truth
not
about
me.
philosophy, that your philosophy, you don't need to prove your philosophy. You embody your philosophy. You don't wake up every day I don't wake up every day trying to prove that I am Joyce. I am Joyce.
To Joyce, right?
No. To me and to anybody who meets
and then
me.
everybody sees that same thing and knows.
Okay,
It
I'm going to have a
reflects.
master class at this point.
It
Like,
reflects. It's
what
a
the
reflection.
hell? I don't wake up every day proving who I am. I am who I am. It is independence of the audience or the silence. I am who I am in the dark. I am who I am in the light. I am who I am when I come to work. I am who I am when I'm not at work. I am who. There's no conflict between my personality, my thoughts, my heart, my spirit is a symphony. If I don't like it, I hate it, and everything in me hates it. And it's not for your benefit; it's for my benefit. So when you meet me,
my point,
you
Joyce.
meet the philosophy. All right, Sam.
Okay.
You come, Sam.
You know what? You come on lots of logic, please.
No, of course.
Come on lots of
you know it's
logic.
my show. I listen all the time. So I'm saying I wanted to paint a scenario with this situation. If this guy wasn't the white guy, wasn't a rich guy, but still could offer the visa,
Yeah.
would this be a conversation?
You didn't say
To
he
the
was
degree which
rich
it is
now.
No. But
You didn't say he was rich. You just said he offered her papers and marriage.
confused? Would this be something of confusion for her? If this guy only offered the papers and there was no future, maybe as broke as the guy back in Nigeria, would this be a conversation?
Plus, she didn't say the guy in Nigeria was broke, though.
You are bringing another concern, which
That's
is
another
the
concern.
philosophy of the person who's writing us.
Then let her write up
If
and
she had
clarify.
a philosophy of this is who I am, she probably wouldn't be writing us, because who she is would have determined the outcome of this before she wrote us. So certainly there isn't much of a personal philosophy there.
Yeah.
There certainly isn't. So she's struggling with what philosophy should apply, the one where I'm self-seeking, but to what extent? Because you think about it, if you had a philosophy that included, I'm going to be dignified enough that I do not take to myself what is undue to me, including taking advantage of people for what I want, then it would also mean that except she truly was in a committed relationship with the British guy, she wouldn't take anything from the British guy. But in the absence of a philosophy, you are trying to, you make the rules as you go. And then if you get confused, you write Confessions Thursday and so you say, can somebody help me out? I would like to win because I'm afraid to lose. And I don't love either of these guys. So what's the near righteous thing to do?
Imagine.
Welcome to Confessions Thursday. Imagine my life.
Okay. This person says the white guy wants
Sam Smith?
something. The white guy wants something to telling the truth to both will come with her losing both ways. Let her just stick to the Nigerian guy and let her know that she might win or lose. Just tell the white guy that you have a boyfriend you love so much, and if he wants to help, fine, and if not, it's okay. But don't tell your boyfriend. Okay, this is confusing. Why?
Why? No,
Why not
that's
tell-
not being fair. Okay, go ahead.
This person says, what's the guarantee that the British guy is going to keep his words after and fill the papers for her? This person says, I totally agree with Joyce's opinion on the girl in UK. What I also think is that there is a missing story to this submission and it is not complete.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
This person says, hi, good afternoon. I agree with Sam. The white dude would just wake up and say, I want to marry you. This means the lady had given the white man a chance for him to marry her.
Let's assume that we have enough commentary on the story.
Yeah.
The lady in the UK, if you love the guy in Nigeria, please come back to your man. Save your life from the future chaos and the uncertainty of your own personal greed. Now, if you don't love the guy in Nigeria, you at least owe him the courtesy of saying to him, I'm stuck. This is an offer that I have. I wanted you to know, what do you think? He's also going to ask you what you think, and both of you can see whether you can have a conversation and arrive at something that's fair to the both of you, including we can break up. we can break up, and at least I'm not doing this behind your back or taking advantage of your respect for this relationship. Let's break up, and then you can go meet your white guy and try out whatever luck that you think the stars may have for you. But at least I think the fair thing to do is to not take advantage of the black guy, not lie to him, and give him a chance to know that at least you are onto someone else and he can be about his business, at least finding someone else to be in a relationship with. All right, good. Confessions Thursday. If you have a confession, let's get to it. This particular confession has been quite a stretch. We're back into the heart of the matter. You're listening to Nigeria Info. You're on the sunny side. Good. So I think we need to go to other confessions. Hello, welcome to the show. How are you? If you can hear me.
It's Ben from Eva. So I said, how is this girl sure that this guy in Nigeria loves her? If she makes that type of sacrifice at the end, now this guy, Nigerian guys doesn't love. It is ladies that love. That's why the Bible says, husband, love your wives. It's very difficult for men to love. And they say, women, submit yourselves. Guys doesn't love, they don't love, they don't know. It is very difficult for guys to love. And the highest sacrifice for one to lay down his life, like you have only one kidney, and their lover have one kidney, and they say that if you give her your own, you will die,
one kidney.
and you sacrifice it.
Then you give your remaining one kidney.
Yes, give it to your lover.
Okay. Wow.
Thank you so much.
Confessions Thursday, how are you?
Hello. Yeah, good afternoon.
Welcome to Confessions Thursday.
Thank you very much. Just have a confession.
Please go ahead.
So I don't know what to do. You recall I called sometime few months ago concerning my spouse, and I was talking to the fact that she probably doesn't want us investment. She doesn't want me to get properties and all of that. To advise her about one of the, and I did. Joyce, that's gone into something else right now.
Pardon me. Okay, so I think I remember who you are, but I must admit that your connection this afternoon keeps skipping. The connection keeps breaking. I'm going to ask that you please hang up and call back in hopes that it's clearer when you try again, just so that I can listen to your submission without interruption, and everybody else who's listening can truly comprehend the context you're sharing, the updated part of your story from. Is that a fair thing to do?
Oh, okay. The connection.
Please, I'll appreciate it. Yeah, it keeps breaking. So just hang up and try again, okay?
All right.
Thank you. Confessions Thursday on Nigeria Info. Welcome. Remember, when you call in, you don't say your name. Nigeria Info.
Good afternoon, John.
Welcome. Do you have a confession?
A little controversial.
You have a question? Okay, go ahead with it real quick.
Yeah. Should I go ahead?
Yes, please go ahead.
All right. Okay. I think most of the time, you see two partners, like from the base point, like in Nigeria, one living for the UK or US or whatever, and they had agreement. Agreement, okay, I'm going to go there, let me see how things are, and I'll get back to you. But when they get there, I'm talking about both the man and the lady. Then when they get over there, they don't come out straightforward. So it's good you let the person know. Oh, this is what I'm going through right now. Can you hear me?
Connection, I mean, I'm trying to really not interrupt you, but the connection keeps interrupting your submission. But I think you were speaking to the story of the people who go to the UK, promise to come back to their lovers, and never really come back because they have found something pretty, finer, better.
Yeah. But you know one thing, initially, it wasn't, the agreement was not that way initially.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to please hang up and call back. This is not clear enough, please. I beg you.
I'll call you.
Thank you for your understanding, Lagos. We're going to quickly run off on a very short break. We'll come right back to Confessions Thursday. Remember, when you call in, you do not say your name. Yes, the crazy, the dark, the regretful, the painful, the unusual, the paranormal, the abnormal, all here on Confessions Thursday.
Let's talk.
This is not just a debate, it's a battle of minds, a clash of brilliance, a war of words, and only one champion. One true champion will rise. The regional champions are ready. The stage is set. The stakes higher than ever before. Catch the I Beg to Differ National Finals live on all Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM stations nationwide. It's intellect, it's passion, it's the future in action. Debate redefined. The IBTD National Tournament begins August 11th, 2025. Only on Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM nationwide. For sponsorship, call 0805-581-5844 or email ibegtodiffer@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Thursday with Joyce on the sunny side.
We're back. It's Confessions Thursday on 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce. We're live streaming on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. I have company on the show today. Kemi and Sam joins me, and they're contributing to the questions that you have to your confessions on the show this very beautiful afternoon. How are you? Remember, you don't say your name.
Joyce.
Yeah, welcome. Do you have a confession?
Good afternoon. No, just to tip a little bit of advice to the girl that says.
Go ahead real quick.
To me, if she sees it, although the particular conventional has been a long stretch one, but she has no right to talk to somebody over there, and she hasn't right to you that the guy in Lagos is the one sponsoring our travel to. So to me, yes, and she has been listening to the conversation for a while. She's supposed to write back and say, okay, the guy in Nigeria is the one sponsoring. But when she's in a relationship, she has no right to communicate with anybody to the extent of the white man telling her that he will make the paper for her if she is ready to marry him.
Okay,
so
thank you so much.
To me, she should stick to the guy. And other people have been giving advice. She should enroll in other program and get an extended instead of looking for somebody to do a paper and settle down.
Got it.
Thank you.
Okay, let's quickly go to WhatsApp. I have a voice note from the lady who writes us from the UK. I guess it would be good to hear in her own voice the circumstances that inform her situation, which led to her writing us, and maybe that can afford us some clarity. And hopefully we can help a sister out as she struggles to find her way outside of home. Hello, welcome once again to Confessions Thursday.
Joyce, please, I have a confession to make. I've been married for over 15 years going now. So my wife had 3 kids for me, 2 boys and 1 girl. And it's been over 2 to 3 years. Going to 4 now. We have agreed initially that we cannot have any other issue apart from these 3 kids, so we can adequately take care of them, education-wise and otherwise. And then suddenly my wife changed her mind and started pressurizing me that she wants to have another baby girl. And I said, no, this was not our initial agreement. And me, I don't have the strength to take care of these children. He said, no, that she is being serious. Okay, because of this, I've been finding it very difficult to have intercourse with her because I don't know her plan. Right now, because of that, she has gone to her mother, that's my mother-in-law, And some of my sister-in-laws from her side, she has gone to report me to them, threatening that if I don't do what she insists that I should do, that she's going to have pregnancy, give pregnancy from outside and come and have the baby. I have tried to talk to her, brought a pastor and other people to talk to her. She still remains adamant that she wants to have a baby girl. And right now, I am just out of myself. I'm no longer myself because there is no, peace in the house. And it is always either she has her way or no. My mother-in-law has spoken, has discussed. We have sat together and talked about this, yet she's not giving up. She said, if I do not do what she intends to do, that she's going to go out and get pregnant and come and give birth to a baby. So I don't know. Can you please advise me on what to do? I need your advice, please.
Yeah, all right, good. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the Sunny Side. I was expecting a different kind of question, but I'm glad you sent me this one. Nonetheless, welcome. It's Confessions Thursday on 99.3 Nigeria Info. It's 1:30 on the clock. And we're live streaming on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. You can see the pretty faces in the studio. Just besides hearing our voice. I want to quickly hand this over to the man in the studio. If your wife said to you, like, I want more children, and you say no, and she's like, well, I'll just go outside and lay with men and come back and give it to you.
I don't think there's ever a situation where my wife says that to me. No, and I totally am sympathetic with the guy. But I think there are so many things that happen before marriage that we don't really cater to. We just allow them go because you're in love and you want to be on the good side of your partner and make them happy. Conversations are to be had, and you gauge and sort of try to understand your partner's mentality. You would know. I know people say, oh, you never know what happens in marriage. People don't show their true characters when they're dating. It's until they get you to marry them and all of that. But there are signs, there are signals, there are pointers to know what a person is capable of thinking or acting.
So now that he has entered it, what is your advice,
Get out.
brother? Oh, get out. Oh, okay.
Get out with the children or without
it's
the ones that are there already?
You take you have an arrangement with who takes the kids and how we see them and all of that, but you don't stand for a woman telling you I'll sleep with someone else.
Oh.
Straightforward.
I'll advise you allow her to go and sleep with someone else and come back with the baby.
So that you cannot finally now tell her to get out.
Well, or
you are not the one getting out. She's getting out.
Or you get out. Maybe someone has to push you out. And at least if she comes home with a son of another guy,
that's what
you say, well, it's all right. I don't have a problem with this. Now that you've been in bed with somebody else and you have their child, I would like to step away. Let's just have an arrangement how we raise these kids. And then you be on to this other new guy and I be about my life. I think it's straightforward. I'm not even sure what she means, that she would go lay with another person and bring the child. Wow, sure, let's do that. What are you supposed to do? Say no? Please say yes. Thank you for writing me. Confessions Thursday. Hello, Confessions Thursday. How are you?
Hi, Lady J.
Yeah, do you have a confession?
No, I just want to applaud you guys for the way you addressed this last confession. You see, that lady, for even voicing it at all, that she will go outside and get pregnant and bring it in, she's as good as divorced, as far as I'm concerned. So that man he's just being a weak man. And like your colleague in the studio said, in the course of courtship, did they have discourse? Did they discuss about how many children they were going to have? Was there any understanding? Because for a woman of this nature to have been advised by her own mother, her own siblings, I guess she's insisting on having her way, the man should just run for his dear life. Stay away from that woman and have your peace. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling me. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the Sunny Side. It's Confessions Thursday, and we are looking through your lens to see the chaos that life can be sometimes. It's Confessions. When you're calling, you don't say your name on Nigeria Info. Hello, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Do you have a confession?
No, I just want to contribute to the man I just called. The voice note to just...
Okay, yeah, sure. Please go ahead.
Man, I don't know why some men are just maybe weak, or I don't know how to call them. I will just ask that man to please leave, because maybe is the man, is the woman that is feeding the family. Because if I'm the one feeding, how can my wife open her mouth and say to me that she will go? The day my wife will open her mouth and tell me that means maybe the woman has been doing it already. Probably, maybe. So I think I should just advise that man to please let that woman go to their home, to their house first, because she might have been doing it already. A woman, how can a woman open her mouth and say that to you, and you see allow that woman to be in your house?
But she hasn't done it yet, so maybe you want to at least prove her right by waiting for her to do it. She may be joking. Maybe she's just threatening the guy.
You are waiting. Okay, by waiting for her to do it. Joyce, why now? Maybe she might have been planning it. You know, women don't just, talk out of it. She might have been planning it before even saying it out.
Maybe not. You know, some people can just be loose-tongued, you know, just glib. Just loose in the tongue.
That's not loose tongue, I will just advise that man. Let the woman, I will just tell her, please, go wherever you want to. Just leave my kid with me. That's
okay. All. Okay, you support her going out. Thank you so much for calling. Thank you. We can't infringe on her liberty to go outside and try Jack. Yeah. What can the name be? Simon? Hello. Confessions Thursday.
Joyce, good afternoon.
Welcome. Good afternoon. You're listening to Nigeria Info. You're on the sunny side. Do you have a confession?
Yeah, Francis from here.
1 minute then.
Yes. But the last voice note that you played, the man should make sure that he check the kids that they had with the wife to know if he's the real biological father of those kids before any other thing.
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah.
Thank you. Someone is asking that I drop all the numbers. I thought you had them. 0201-2770-993, 0201-465-7190. The latter numbers for the women. And on WhatsApp, particularly if you'd like to call in, 08095975805. You're listening to Nigeria Info. It's Confessions Thursday. I have company, Kemi and Sam, with me in the studio. I hope you have it. 08095975805. That's our WhatsApp number. You can write in and send your confession with it. Get to the point. It always helps. Save time. Nigeria Info, welcome to the show.
Yeah. Joyce, good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. You have a confession? Please go ahead.
No, let me just have a little bit insight on the first note just played out. Like we normally, when you go to a counselor and you're being put through on some issues, bordering courtship and everything. I think he was saying that they both agreed on the number of children. Am I correct?
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah. Okay. Also, did they agree on who? If there are three, you have to be 2 against 1 or 1 against 2, probably 2 girls or 2 boys. Or one, that also.
But you can't determine the sexes of children except you do IVF. Otherwise, God gives and you take what you get, right?
That also comes in at times, because most of the time, they both agree. Okay, we should have 2 girls, or we should have 2 boys or 2 girls, or 1 boy or 1 girl. So I don't know if it was also discussed that will make her to say she needs another girl. I believe they have it.
Yeah, but even with that consideration, the husband doesn't have money to raise an additional child.
Let's assume they have all. Let's assume they have all boys. Don't you think that is another way? Probably.
Yeah, but he doesn't have money to raise an additional child. Are you considering that?
No, that can come in if there's no girl child in the marriage. If they don't have a girl child, or maybe some ladies will say, okay, I want 2 girl child. So probably she wants another girl child. I believe so. Probably.
Yeah, but who's going to raise Are you going to help him raise this child? You're quite particular about the child.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's good. Joy, there. You see, this thing that plays out at times. If they have discussed, okay, we are going to have 2 boys.
What's your point? Hurry up so we can get to other people's confessions. I beg you.
So I think they agreed on the the number of children, but they don't agree on the number of sex of those children. And now the lady is saying, okay, I need another girl child. And that's what the problem is right now. And the guy says, no,
that's not the problem. Is a lack of understanding. If the man doesn't have money to raise the children, what are you saying?
We are saying the same thing. You know, ladies at times. Yeah, you see, ladies at times you always come up with a different angle on this, on the same agreement. Don't say fine, we agree 3, but I only have one girl child. Can you just give me please just one girl child to make it 2? And that's why you begin to argue around.
What is your contribution? So if this man decides to follow his wife's demands, are you going to contribute to raising the child?
This agreement is agreement, but ladies don't want to flow in that agreement. So sometimes it's this same area that causes that problem. The man wants to stand by the 3 child they have already agreed. But ladies say, I need another girl. That's another problem now in the house.
Okay, thank you so much for calling. God knows you still didn't give me anything, but I'm going to assume that my hands are closed because you gave me a gift. Thank you for calling. Confessions Thursday, you're listening to Nigeria Info. Kemi and Sam with me in the studio. If you have any confessions, we have company here. Hello, how are you?
I just want to add my two cents to this.
It's cents and 50. Hurry up.
Yeah. Sammy Samwine, good afternoon. I want to go straight. If it turns out the fourth lady, the fourth child is going to have is going to be a boy, or then what happens? See, this is it. Sammy has given the answer. Get out of that relationship. How are you so sure that those other 3 children are your biological children? Go for a DNA test. Good afternoon.
Thank you so much and good afternoon to you. Confessions Thursday. Kemi's telling me that people on WhatsApp have a totally different opinion from what's been aired on radio. Okay, good. We're just going to attempt to touch everything as quickly as we can. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Confessions Thursday. Whether it's crazy, whether it's dark, whether it's unusual, whether it's familiar, whether it's unfamiliar. As long as it's a secret of yours, we want to see life through your lens and talk about the problems that you've had to bear. It's Confessions Thursday. My name is Joyce. Welcome. Remember, you don't say your name.
This person says...
Hold on, Kemi. Sorry, pardon me. Confessions Thursday, please go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon to...
You have a confession, my brother.
Mr. Sam and Kemi there. Yeah, I don't have a confession. What I want to say is to contribute. So, I want to contribute to the first one. Hello?
Go ahead, real quick. Go ahead.
Okay. Now, the lady, for the first one, even the lady... does not understand the meaning of love, and she does not even understand what is loss and what is love. She's just being lost because it's on two sides, which refer to as pura. So she's not in the singular. Wait, let me make you to understand. She's not in a singular because love means what? Singular, which refers to as what? Oneness. So now, that oneness, it does not understand the meaning of it. Now, as a person, she really knows what she wants. She will look at herself and ask herself a question. This myself, what did I want? Did I want evil to happen to me? Did I want to be in a softly relationship, or did I want to live in pain? If she see that in her, she will look for the one that has that in him. He will look at the first one, maybe the one in Nigeria. Does that person have that in him? So you will look at the one that is in white or the one that is in abroad. Does that same person have that in him? So the one that has that your spirit and your body need, because there are
43 minutes past 1 p.m. on the clock, 99.3 Nigeria Info. It's Confessions Thursday. Okay, so I remember here, I have a message here. By the way, if you were sending me messages on my inbox on Instagram, oops. You always have to remind me, particularly Thursday mornings, because how else can I remember if you don't remind me? So please don't forget it. You have the numbers you can call on WhatsApp, because of course we'll like to read from you. Okay, so here is a message that I received on Instagram, 99.3 Nigeria Info. It goes thus, Joyce, how are you? Please, I have a problem. Female now. She says, I like my man, but our lack of finances is straining the relationship. I want to believe I'm not the only person in this kind of a problem. I'd like to know what people are doing to solve the problem. Sam,
Over to you.
Hurry up, Sam. Well, like the lady says in her relationship, there's a financial strain, but she likes the guy. But there's a strain. So you're the guy in this room. I want to believe that you've had that fear, or maybe you're already dealing with your girlfriend still likes you.
Look, people are always going to want more, and you can understand why.
Okay.
Everybody needs security. Everybody needs assurance. But while you're asking for that, what are you willing to give up as well? So that's what you need to consider. If you want all the security in the world, are you willing to give up love? You can't always have it both sides. Some people do. They get love, they get security. But if you're faced with a situation where you have to give up something to get one, it's your choice to make. Love could take the back seat while your security is the leading light here. Or you're willing to invest your time, which can go down the drain. You say, okay, I love this guy. He has possibility. He has whatever.
Potential.
Let me stay with him. And then it doesn't turn out to be whatever he promised you to be. And then you've wasted your time while there was another opportunity for you to make something for yourself. So
that's a very honest observation. So Nigerian men, if you had a woman that you liked, but you didn't have money, and she's like, I like you, but we have a financial strain, what do you do? Because that's exactly the question that's been posed to us on Confessions Thursday. A woman is writing, asking, can't hear Sam. Sam?
I think you need to...
No, he doesn't need to do anything. Guy, you maybe need to shake your phone a little bit.
Exactly, because the rest, every other person can hear Sam.
Okay, let's go to WhatsApp and find out what our call on WhatsApp is here with. Hello, Confessions Thursday. I'm here. WhatsApp caller, Nigeria Info is Confessions Thursday.
Hello. Good afternoon.
You're here. You have a confession, right?
No, sorry. You were asking a question now about what do guys do.
Yeah, please go ahead. So you're helping a Nigerian figure out what to do.
Well, I was in such situation before. You understand? The thing is, my lady was I would say, they always say understanding girlfriend, but she was understanding and she stuck by me till I went through the whole stage. You understand? But now that I got out, she's reaping the fruit of her labor. I'll put it that way. So, yeah, it's not everybody that reaps the fruit, but I mean, if you can endure, the thing is that she needs to know that the man she's waiting on has something he's pushing to get. Because while I was waiting, I was pushing, I was, sharpening myself, doing a lot of courses online, applying for jobs and the rest. You understand? So at that point in time, she was supportive to me. So by the time I got out, when I got the proper job, I mean, she was just balling. So that's just it.
I like you just boiling. Nice. So Ken is adding not just a generous person, but a good man.
A good person at heart.
A good person at heart. Fantastic. Thank you so much for calling me. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. All right. So the lady who wrote me, I guess the fundamental thing here is, do you believe in the man that you're with? Like Sam was saying, it's like you want the love that you have, or you want the security that you seek. And if you put love on the back burner, then maybe you have to gamble with, I have this guy, yeah, but I don't believe in his potential. He says he has potential, but who's going to wait on the potential? When we can go, wait on the finish line, and date the winners.
There was also something you said off of another confession we posted, Joyce, which is, if I can remember those lines now, she also has to make believe the word, or consider something. The guy could make money tomorrow and you're no more his class.
Sam.
That's why I said good person at heart. I'm still coming back to what I've said.
I think we had that on the Lords of Logic or something. You might not be his.
You might no longer be. Yeah, but since we're advising her, she has to determine whether this guy is faithful to me, this guy loves me, this guy is good, then I'm sticking by him. If you are uncertain as to whether he loves you, whether he's your man, because right now he has to be giving you all of him. And if it's not love, he might make money tomorrow and suddenly he sees that, your tits are a little too big. I prefer them smaller.
Oh, you're not looking
Money
dark.
likes them smaller.
I mean, Dr. 90210 is affordable. If he can, he might want to pay, you go do some surgery, let's touch you up a little bit. Or he just thinks, no, just go for them girls who are already finished.
Yeah.
So I think you have to decide if this man is the one for you, so that if you're giving him the time of your life, he doesn't wake up tomorrow and say, yeah, I'm sorry, but no, I'm out. He can look at it and be like, like this last caller.
He's thankful.
Tomorrow you're bowling.
Exactly.
Because all of this is so that you can bowl, right?
Maybe. Okay.
Sam, just hold your thoughts. Let's go to WhatsApp. Nigeria Info is Confessions Thursday. You're on the sunny side. Welcome. Nigeria Info computer. Guinea. What is this? Okay, I'm sorry if you're on WhatsApp. Just give me a moment because I'm not sure what I'm clicking on. What I should click on is just really. If you're on WhatsApp, just hang up and please call me back. I beg you. Thank you. Confessions Thursday, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Remember, when you call in, you do not say your name. The sunny side. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, we're live streaming. We're on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Hello, welcome to the sunny side on Nigeria Info.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Confessions
Joy. See, good afternoon. Yes, see, I'm not talking about. I don't have confession, but I want to contribute. Now, even the devil, told God that he loved God, and he refused to do the work, the love of the Spirit. He ended up doing the love of the physical, which are the things he do. So God looked at it and he said, you don't have the love of the Spirit.
The Nigeria Info, welcome.
Hello, Joyce.
Yeah, welcome. Do you have a confession, my brother?
Yes, I do.
Please go ahead.
Can you hear me clearly?
Absolutely, I can. It's a lot better.
Yeah, so basically, I was saying that I don't know what to do right now because the situation is really messy. After I told her about that one piece of, and then she went to Ghana, and so it's been from one situation to another. There has been no single day that we'll have peace. Right now, I'm even on the road. I can't even go home. The way I'm talking to you right now, I can't go home for the past 5 days or more now. I've not even been home since last week Tuesday. I've not been home. The situation is not. I've finished work since morning, but I can't go home. It's crazy. And then she kept reminding, because the truth is, before we even came out, the funds for the travel and everything was, let's say, 85% on her, and then it was like 15% from my side.
Pardon me. Okay, hold on a second, please. I don't even think I remember the beginning of your story, but I want all our listeners to pick up the story where we last left off. So if you can just quickly in 1 minute recap what it was the last time you spoke to us on Confessions Thursday, what the problem was.
Oh, okay. So the situation from the last time was, recall that I called and I told you that my spouse doesn't actually want us, doesn't want me in particular to have investments. She probably wants us to spend money on things, travel, make travels and all of things. And then I told you about some of the things I already have in Nigeria. Then you advised that I should tell her of one, and I should not tell her of everything. And after I told her of just one piece, it's been crazy. Like, she's been. There's no name.
I remember now. I think our listeners will also probably remember this confession. Okay, good. Okay.
Now, the current situation, I still don't know. There is nothing that seems close to peace in the house. Nothing. So she's been going from, I brought you here, and then, it's making it look like she owns me. Like I said, she contributed over 85% of the funds that brought us here, and I contributed 15% because as at when we were in Nigeria, I didn't have any. But when I came here, it's all the money she loaned, collected everything. I've worked and I paid back everything. Do you understand? And even our own school, came here, our school fees, everything. I paid everything. All the money she loaned, I have paid back everything. So why are you not interested in caging me? Why are you interested in boxing me? I can't do anything outside your own box. It's crazy. And just only one I have told her is making everything go gaga. If I tell her everything, then the whole world will just end. So at this point in time right now, I don't know what to do. I don't know.
Lagos, welcome. If you have just tuned in, you're a little late to this gist, but this caller had been on our show, I think 2 times now. He's been here
twice.
Yeah, and he told us a story about his wife not wanting him to invest in property back home in Nigeria. That she preferred him investing in travel,
just traveling,
just spend money on other things. And it was a little confusing to us the first time I heard the story, because I said to him, well, maybe you need to tell your wife about one of your properties back home. We need to get a sense of how she thinks so that we can understand what's informing her judgment, why she doesn't want you to have a property. And then now he's back with some updates saying that it does quite appear the wife wants to control him. So now we have moved from we don't know why the wife doesn't want him to own property to control. He is saying that the wife contributed 85% of the funds that took them from Nigeria to the UK. He has refunded her. Did you refund her, my brother? Did you refund her the whole 85%, or did you refund her your share of the cost that brought you guys or took you guys from Lagos to the UK?
So there was nothing like a share. So the money was our own money, and then she lent because she had access to. She was working in. I don't want to mention where she was. People don't know my story, but she was working in a very big company. So she had access to loan. She had access to friends who lent. So there was there's a long list of those who lent her money and our own money that was invested and everything. And every kobo, every dime, from the company to our friends to everybody has been refunded by my own hard work. So what is the problem right now? I don't understand. Every time it keeps reminding me of, I brought you here, this and that. So what am I supposed to do? You brought me here. Okay, thank God. It's not like you brought me here. We are married, for God's sake. So what do you want me to do? It's like you want to box cage and all of that.
Yeah. Fantastic. Because you have mentioned control. So this control, is it control over your finances, control over your life, control? What do you think she's seeking? Because at this point, before I say you have to speak to a lawyer, let's even understand what you think she's aiming at. What does she want your life? What does she want?
I honestly, the fact that even this next year, around April next, I was even talking that I was to even go to for one of my friends' wedding and all of that. It's like you want to plan everything I do for my movements, live my life. So anything I do out of our own is then a problem.
She wants to approve what you do.
Every single thing.
So maybe there's no problem there because she's your wife. She wants to know what you're doing, so she's not in the darkness. But the thing where it's causing a problem is what I'm trying to understand. Is it causing a problem because you're not telling her, or is causing a problem because she doesn't want you to prosper more than she's prospering? Because the last time you were here, you said she didn't want you to own properties. We didn't understand why she wouldn't want you to own properties.
So where I have a problem, even if I tell her what I want to do. Before I started doing properties without her consent, I already tried talking to her a couple of times. And the answer I get, no, instead of do this. And the things that she's asked to do is not profitable. This is not my father's land. And I can't die here. And I can't live here forever. So there are plans. When I tell her some of these things, she's really not interested. She's really interested in the now. And that's why I started doing things back. Now that it's causing a lot of problems just because I just do that. I'm even scared of ever that. I can't.
Okay, so we need to get feedback from the Nigerian public. Can you stay on the line?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so if you're going to be on the line, I also want to quickly just give you some heads up. We have the news headlines at 2 o'clock exactly. Now, on the other side of 2, I'm going to want Lagos to speak on it. I think some Lagos listeners would have some questions for you, and it would be good to have you on hand to give answers to those questions. We're going to get Kemi and Sam's opinion on the matter. At this point, you may need to be speaking to a lawyer, and the only reason you're doing that is because you may need to consider a separation at this point. It's not obvious to me what the issue is. And usually once a matter becomes this chaotic, it's probably because there's no love in the relationship. And in the absence of love, somebody wants power. Because that void of having the other person needs to be filled. So it's either you have the other person because you love them, you have the other person because you care for them, or you have the other person because you want to control and enslave them. So we need to understand the root of your problem before we are able to say, my brother, maybe you married wrong, and to make it right, you have to step out and try again. It's 2 p.m. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, Lagos. It's Confessions Thursday. My name's Joyce.
About Taiwan because America is concerned about Taiwan.
You can't say you don't like trouble. Well, trouble has come, so what are you going to do? Negotiate?
It's all day long, 24/7, on your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
It's 2 o'clock.
The headline news on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Lagos, the state government has temporarily suspended BRT lane enforcement on Ekobre and Odoiyalaro, while Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa, is calling for stronger mental health policies and an end to social stigma. Lagos State Commissioner of Police Olohundare Jimo has assured residents of adequate security ahead of the July 12th local government elections, as Vice President Kashim Shettima says Nigeria will soon phase out diesel generators in favor of the hybrid energy system. The Senate has passed a bill to establish the Bitumen Development Commission to harness Nigeria's vast bitumen resources, while the House of Representatives has stepped down all Senate bills seeking concurrence, citing a lack of reciprocity. The Senate has also accused the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited of breaching the Constitution and ignoring legislative oversight, especially in recruitment. Seplat Energy CEO Roger Brown says NNPCL's clearance of legacy debts is a game changer for local oil producers. Nigeria plans to stop routine gas flaring by 2030 and cut methane emissions by 60%. Leaders of the African Democratic Congress have resigned to allow former Senate President David Mark and ex-Interior Minister Rauf Aregbesola to take over leadership of the party. But ADC's 2023 presidential candidate Dumebi Kachiku has criticized opposition leaders Atiku Abubakar and David Mark for declaring themselves the party's new leaders. Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede says the Nigerian Army remains committed to defending the country's sovereignty and democracy. The Lagos High Court has dismissed an application by Mohbad's father, Joseph Aloba, challenging the DPP's clearance of Naira Marley and Sam Larry in the late singer's death investigation. The Naira appreciated by 3 Naira 42 kobo against the dollar on Wednesday, trading at over 1,526 Naira at the official market. On the foreign scene, U.S. House Republicans are struggling to pass President Donald Trump's tax and spending cuts bill ahead of the July 4th deadline. In entertainment, Thames has launched the Leading Vibe initiative to empower young women in Nigeria's music industry. And in sports, Liverpool FC say they are devastated by the death of 28-year-old forward Diogo Jota, who died in a car crash this Thursday morning in Spain alongside his younger brother, Andre. And that's all we have for you at this time. It is back to Confessions Thursday with Joyce, right here at 99.3 Nigeria Info, and I am Yvonne Ohaifel. Thank you for your time.
On Confessions Thursday, we open the cupboards to secrets.
Is that a skeleton I see?
Child, bite your tongue. Well, they say good walls make good neighbors.
Wait, you mean gist, right?
Confessions Thursday with Joyce on Nigeria Info. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. So, just for clarity, if you're wondering this story, the gentleman is calling us from the UK. He used to be in Nigeria with his family. He moved with his family from Lagos, from Nigeria to the UK. He's calling us from the UK. He's still on the telephone line. I'm glad that he's still with us. Can we go to WhatsApp? Any contributions from WhatsApp real quick? Okay, good. It's Confessions Thursday. We're trying to round this off. We have a confessor on the telephone line.
Okay, this person says, concerning the man that's having issues with his wife because of him owning properties, the man should have as much properties as possible. If he's so scared already, it's because they are in a society where women are always having the upper hand. The motive behind his wife's actions may be known much later on. But with this kind of behavior from his wife, he needs to have a safety net as much as possible, so that on no account must he be left stranded. Because why would investing in a profit appreciating property ever be a bad financial mistake?
Now, another question we have to ask the guy is, have you attempted, my caller, if you're on a WhatsApp caller, have you attempted to purchase property in the UK, and what was her reaction to it? Or does she want you to get property in the UK? Can you hear me? Okay, he's on mute at the moment.
Yes, I can hear you. So I didn't get your question, please.
My question is, have you attempted getting property in the UK? Did she respond differently to you getting or acquiring property in the UK than she did you acquiring property in Nigeria?
No, I've not attempted that one at all.
You haven't attempted getting property in the UK, just in Nigeria, and she frowns at you getting property in Nigeria?
Yeah, I've not actually attempted getting, because that hasn't crossed my mind. Like I said, before we came here, we had an agreement that, I mean, there's a retirement age for everybody, and me, I plan to retire as early as 40, and I think going back to my home country to retire is the best decision for me. That was the plan, and right now, it's just getting property in Nigeria. That's just it.
Okay, so do you think she may be more open-minded to you having property in the UK? Because some people are suggesting that it's as though she wants you to maybe build in the UK so that she can get a divorce and have a substantial claim to your property. Do you buy into that possibility?
Well, if I don't really, I don't know. I don't think that's the case. I just think it's just it's a thing of a mentality that since you are not supposed to have anything. Because the truth is, like I said earlier, I didn't have anything. I'm not going to lie about my story. I practically had nothing.
So she doesn't want you to have, she likes the you that's broke and poor and maybe dependent on her.
That's the point. And it's like a witchcraft or something. Like the me that you met, the me that, it's also as if she helped me. We loved ourselves.
You thought you were in love. I mean, look at that now. Okay.
And I wanted, because the only reason why I moved was I kept telling her that I don't want you to keep, because when we were in Nigeria, she was practically doing almost everything in terms of house rents. She was practically doing, and I said, I don't want this kind of thing for my family. I want to be the man of the house.
Oh, she's you.
And then she asked me, what do you want? And I told her, what I want is this. If you can do this, then she said, okay, how much can? So we started doing the calculation, and then she really tried, did everything, practically over 85% of the everything. But now, things have turned. I'm practically taking very good care of you. There's nothing you ask I don't give you. What else do you want? I need to invest also for the family, not for myself, for the family. It's not even for somebody else, for the family. And then it's like, no, you have to be that kind. Because when we came here, it was everything. Oh, you must know everything. This is extra money we have. What do we do with the extra money? How do we invest? And instead of saying, let's invest in this and this, you are saying, let's go to that. I can't count the number of countries we have been to since we came here. And at the point I thought about it, I said, if I continue this way, the age of 40 retirement, I won't meet it. Retirement in this country is nothing to write home about. I don't want to end up in a care home. So, I mean, that's not a wrong thing to think of. No, and we are still pretty young. We are not even 30 yet. So why don't we invest for the next 10 years of our life and then return back at 40 and keep living our lives and enjoying ourselves with our kids?
She doesn't want that. She wants to travel.
And she doesn't want that.
Okay, good. So let's ask Lagos stay on the line. Let's ask Lagos what they think about it. Nigeria Info is a Confessions Thursday.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Joyce.
Mm-hmm.
Just a brief advice to our good friend on
Mhm.
the line. Winnie, that thing is not a marriage. Um, you should be talking to your lawyer now. You should be talking to your lawyer now. I mean, the one thing I have to tell you is be careful. Don't go physical, so that you don't end up where you're not supposed to end up. Control yourself, be in control. Get a lawyer, go the legal way, and get the hell out and build your life and be happy. You're not happy. Marriage is supposed to give you happiness. You're not happy. So what the hell are you doing there? Yeah.
Okay,
Get
thank
a
you so
lawyer
much.
So that you make it legal, because it's not your country. It's not that's not Nigeria. That's UK.
Okay.
So get a lawyer, strengthen things up,
Okay.
and see what you can do.
Thank you so much for calling. We're going to go to WhatsApp. Opinion on WhatsApp, please.
Yes. This person says, Joyce, good afternoon. I think from the man's narrative, I think that the wife knows about his intentions to return to Nigeria after he must have been financially stable. But the wife doesn't want him to return, as she does not want to return anytime soon either. One of the reasons she doesn't want him to return to invest in Nigeria or do anything outside her knowledge. Oga, I smell divorce at the end of this journey. Somebody said, maybe chap has some side action in Nigeria, or even a dependent, a child, or possessive, extensive family.
Maybe what?
Maybe,
man has...
Yeah, he has someone here in Nigeria. They're asking, does he have someone here in
Man,
Nigeria?
do you have
or
like what, like
child,
a love child
or
something?
yes, or a
No.
possessive, extensive family? Maybe she knows that.
Is it your
in-laws are
family that's asking you to
possessive.
come back? Are your village people calling you back to Nigeria?
No,
No, it's not that.
I don't
Sam,
have, don't
okay,
have
Sam, let's
anybody
get Sam's
at
opinion.
my
Sam, what do you think? You sound like you want to file for divorce on behalf of the guy, huh?
I wish I could do that, but it's all. There are some things that still aren't clear, and I think maybe the man himself is still struggling to understand it or accentuate that to us. Is it a case of investing in properties abroad, or she just wants to live life?
She just
travel
wants
the
to live
world?
life. That's been the story since he's been
She
calling.
just wants to live life.
Yeah.
Then, it's simple. If that's not the life you want, then you talk to her. This is not what I want. I want properties back here in Nigeria. Like you said, it could be the family putting pressure, and she doesn't want that. Maybe there's not so much love between the family.
What
and
if she
her.
doesn't just love this guy? Sometimes
It's
you could
also
be
a
married to your
possibility.
enemy. Like sometimes you
But
could
he
just
said,
be married.
He said at the beginning she was in love and she was willing to cater when he had nothing. So at the start, clearly there was love.
Well, that's what he claims. Look at this now. He is trying to be a man, and she wants power over his powerlessness.
Takes us back to that control thing. She wants control.
She wants
him
control.
submissive. She wants him susceptible.
Exactly.
So
He has always
if you
been in
don't
that
want to be
position
that,
with her.
leave
My
the
brother, do you understand that maybe a part of this is your wife wanting to control the man that you can become?
Well, I have actually thought about that. Maybe somebody made a comment and said, "Don't go physical." Honestly, it was almost going to turn to something else last week Wednesday. No, last week Thursday, because I tried calling you last week Thursday. You're not picking that. That day it hasn't happened. I tried calling you, but it almost got to that. And I don't even know how to start it. I don't know what to do.
Then call you.
because
Now
it
you
will
have to
look
start
like-
speaking to your lawyer at this point. It may end in divorce. It looks like it's going to end in a divorce.
The earlier the better. Are you currently renting an apartment in the UK, or you have a home
Yes.
that is under your name?
We are currently renting an apartment.
So you haven't bought any property in the UK at all?
No, we don't. No, we've not bought any property in the UK.
That's the problem.
Do you think she wants you to buy a property in the UK? Because I asked you this question
I don't-
before.
I don't know. I've not thought about that actually. I have not asked her that.
But she just wants all your resource to go to holidays, shopping, living life, partying, some alcohol.
Yes.
Let him ask
Yes.
You should ask her and come back to us. Ask her. Is her problem the fact that you guys are still renting and she wants a house in the UK?
That's a good question. Would you want to ask her, find out whether you guys need to? So what are her plans for the future? Okay, you know what? What are her plans
Those
for the
are
future?
the two questions.
No plans exactly.
She doesn't have any
No.
plans for the future.
That's what you think.
Bro,
No
sit
plans
her down and
exactly.
ask
So
her.
you think
That's what
she's
you
planning
think.
her own thing, right?
Exactly.
There's got to be
So
a
he
plan.
needs to
There's
act.
got
There
to
has
be
to
a
be a
plan.
discussion. First off, ask her: is the would she be okay with house, like two of you just planning to get your own house here in the UK that you own? That's one. Two, what's her retirement plan? What does she plan to do? What does she want to do in the future? Just ask her. Ask
How
her
come you
and
have
not,
not?
not
So,
sound.
pardon me. Every time you ask her, every time you tell her your retirement plan, what does she respond to? Because if you say to her, "Look, I want to retire at a certain age, right? And I want to invest in Nigeria because I'm going back home," what's her response? I don't have a retirement plan. I just want to party and drink alcohol.
So, for her, so she, like I said, she's schooled here. So, and then she's been done with school. So she said she wants to get a good job here. That was before we left. That after school she would get a good job and then she would live her life here.
She wants to
And
live
then
her life
the
in
age
the
of
UK.
the cap age of 40 was really good before we left. But at some point it looked like it just switched, because each time I talk about it now, it looks like, okay, you enjoy the life here. Okay, fine. We are enjoying. It's not as if we are not enjoying. We're also enjoying. But at some point, like I said, this Joyce, you know the system here. You can't rely on anything here. Right now, they're even changing policies, changing plans. Who knows? The moment we say, everybody get out. Where are you going to? These are the things I have thought about and I've said and I've talked to you about. But you're not seeing it from my own. You just want to go to Dubai today. Your birthday, which is in a few weeks now, you're already planning to buy. You want to buy ticket and all that. You can go, but at the same time, we also need to invest.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say to you. I think you need to open your mind to the possible, because we have established this control thing. I think she likes you on your knees. That's it gives her kind of power in this marriage, where you were weak and dependent on her. That's one thing that has been established. I think you need to ask her what her plans are. Like you need ask her what her plans are, and both of you attempt to want to work out her plan versus your plan. See whether this is a case of a lack of understanding, or maybe you married your enemy. At this point, I'm tilting more towards you probably may have married your enemy in this regard. But find out, just benefit of the doubt, because maybe we don't understand her and why maybe she's young. She thinks, oh, I want to party, I want to have fun, I don't want to bother about old age just yet. I want to truly enjoy life, and then I'll think about tomorrow, because tomorrow will take care of itself when I get there. But say, okay, look, so this is what I'm thinking about. I want to make an investment. What is your plan for the future? We need something to say at this point, this marriage can no longer work. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or maybe this marriage will work if we understand where we are going, what the trajectory of this union is. Please ask her what her plans are. And if by her decision, if by her thought, you realize that what she wants and what you want are two different things, then you ask her whether a possible separation is also something she's open to. Because I think you're better off getting a separation now that you don't have any real estate. And so they can pretty much just work on your incomes for this separation. The earlier you separate, the better, if this is going to be a separation. Do you kind of understand where I'm coming from?
100%.
Yeah, because she has to be able to say, well, if you're planning this is what I'm thinking. Because Sam thinks she must have a plan. I'm thinking maybe she's footloose, fancy free, wants to be a child all over again. No burdens, no inhibitions, no responsibility, nothing.
I think she wants to have a place there.
It's possible that she wants to remain in the UK. You don't want to remain in the UK. Find out whether both of you can reach a common ground. And if you can't reach a common ground, the only thing left for the both of you to do is to separate. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
And don't get physical at any point.
You're in the UK.
Point.
First of all, don't get
any
physical in
point.
Nigeria, but
Don't even try it. Don't insinuate it.
Joyce, please try and know it, because I don't have anybody to talk to. I don't know who to talk to about this.
You have my
Probably when I
Instagram.
talk
Write
to
me on
you.
Instagram. Joyce Onyemuwa on Instagram. I'll respond. I'll read it.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Joyce Onyemuwa on Instagram. One word.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you,
Sure.
Kemi. Bye.
Poor thing. Bye-bye. Ooh. Imagine being alone in a foreign land and having a wife that just doesn't understand you. Okay, final caller. Nigeria Info is Confessions Thursday. Can you hear me? You can't? Oh, hello. Confessions Thursday.
Yeah, Joyce, good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Thank you for being here. You have a confession?
Oh, no, I just wished that caller was still on the line.
Oh, he's gone.
I needed to ask him very sensitive questions. Why they were cutting? What was the lifestyle of this woman? It could just be a woman who now sees more money and wants just to extend her lifestyle. And we could just be
No,
crucifying her
when
for
he
having-
called us the first time, she's a rich girl.
She's a
She's
rich
always
girl.
been rich.
She can take care of herself.
He also said it that.
Rich can be relative, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, richness can be relative, right? It's possible there is more to what she was used to. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, lifestyle. Yeah, she was rich, but probably not as rich as what the man is right now. And so he just says like, okay, this is an extension of where I used to be before. Why don't you bring this money? And the guy said they are not 30 yet. So it could just be a childish brain that she has, and she needs someone to just talk some sense into her. And believe me, that guy will not be able to talk that sense. She needs an external body who
Like
could
her
talk
mom?
this sense.
Like
Either
his
her mom
mom?
or whoever she's loyal to.
Who she's loyal to.
Exactly.
I
It
don't
could just
know.
be
Well,
that
We don't know that information, but okay.
But you see, it's her life. She has to make those decisions. It's not for us to tell her, well, it's not, it's her life. And she has to live with the consequences. You kind of get that.
I just wish the guy would have furnished her with this information. What was her lifestyle before now? Yes, she was
He
rich.
told us the first
What
time
was
he called that she's
doing?
been a rich girl. So
She was
we can
okay.
imagine, yeah, she was
okay
good.
enough to take care of herself and her husband.
Enough to fund 85% of the cost to travel overseas.
Yeah, was she also into this travel thing before then? Like
Yes, she
moving
was
here and
a
there with
rich
the
girl.
man?
Yes, yeah. She it's not new to her.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. So if it's not used to her, this is
It's
clear
not new.
understanding.
It's
So
not
the man
new, is what she said. It's not new to her. Traveling is not new to the babe.
See, that's what I'm saying, Joyce. It's not a new thing to her. It's been her life, right? So the difference now is just there is two different understanding now. It wasn't an issue for the man when he had nothing, right? But now he's the one bringing the money. Let's get something clear. Do you understand? It wasn't an issue when it was money, right? Doing the traveling here and there. But now it's coming from the man. Yes, he's doing the right thing. It takes round table. Let's talk it out now. Look, when it was yours, yeah, it was fine. You did whatever you wanted with it. But now I'm the one bringing it. And I need to, make plans for us for later on.
That's why the guy keeps calling me. She doesn't want that. That's exactly what the issue is. They've been traveling. He just told you now that her birthday is in a few weeks and she wants to go to Dubai. They always travel.
Yes.
He told them when he called us the second time, he told us that she wants to travel and he's always open to it. But when they travel and come back, he's like, "What about the future? What about the future?" But she doesn't care for the future.
Exactly.
So that's
I
what he's
understand
struggling
all that
with.
point. I understand all that.
Oh,
she just needs somebody that can talk sense into her.
That's
Seriously.
not me now. Maybe that's her mom. It's her life. She has to choose. So maybe
Yeah, the man is seeking for solution. That's what I'm saying. The man,
So
if
he
he's
should
listening,
speak to his
he
mom
doesn't
to
see the
speak to
point.
her.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, good. Thank you.
This could just be a solution. Yeah.
Thank you. All right, we're going to look through a few messages, and this is a wrap. I want to thank you all so much for your commentary. It's been quite a day. Look at... Ooh.
Okay.
Ah.
WhatsApp is even, I don't even know.
Okay, so do we go to telephone lines?
WhatsApp
Okay.
first. Too.
Okay.
After that one.
Okay, hello. Confessions Thursday, real quick.
Yes, good afternoon.
Afternoon here.
Yeah, please, I just want to contribute to the man's problem what is facing. One thing we should know is that we should find out maybe this lady that is struggling and God took her somewhere that she's able to succeed her life should be the family of the man did not love her. That is one thing.
Why did this
And then she struggled on her own and get out there and made it and bring the husband. And she now knew that, oh, if my husband should go back to the village with all this property that we suffered and succeeded, something else will happen. And now she wants him to invest where they are, where they succeeded. I think the man should think twice. That is one thing. Because some family will see them with all these riches and then finish them or finish the man and want to go into that property and
So
claim
you
it.
think that the woman
And the
is
woman
looking
will
out
be
for
left
them
useless.
by insisting that he doesn't invest in Nigeria?
To me.
Okay, good, fair.
I like if my wife said, oh, let us invest here, I will listen to her and I will advise her. Let us invest part of the property here
That's why the
part
guy
in
is
the
on the
village
show.
that
The
we are
girl
coming
doesn't
from.
want an
Yes.
investment in Nigeria.
So the girl doesn't need
She
it.
just wants to spend money.
That means he doesn't love him.
We're trying to get to that.
You just want to make sure he succeeded on him and then made away with the property.
That's what it's
and
beginning to
all.
look like.
And
So
useless
we're
his
trying
life.
to figure that out properly.
I think they need somebody to advise them. That's
God will
all.
help them.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. We're trying to do our fair share here.
Yeah.
Is there a message you can squeeze in the next 30 seconds because we have a
This person just says he wants to say thank you. He reached out to two different ladies that reached out to him, and one was too busy with her business for a genuine and serious relationship. The other one was completely deceitful. She played the first game on him just within 24 hours of knowing her. It's disappointing, but he's backed out. That's the man that has 3 girls and was looking to get married again.
We're off on a break. We'll be right back. My attempt at matchmaking didn't work.
This is not just a debate, it's a battle of minds. A clash of brilliance, a war of words, and only one champion. One true champion will rise. The regional champions are ready. The stage is set. The stakes higher than ever before. Catch the I Beg to Differ National Finals live on all Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM stations nationwide. It's intellect, it's passion, it's the future in action. Debate redefined. The IBTD National Tournament begins August 11th, 2025. Only on Nigeria Info FM and Kids FM nationwide. For sponsorship, call 0805-581-5844 or email ibegtodiffer@nigeriainfo.fm. I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Okay, so I have to leave the studio. I did tell you I was going to leave at 2 o'clock. It's actually now 2:26. I want to thank you all so much for your confessions, your commentaries, your advice, your suggestion. We're trying to help our brothers and sisters here if we can. We're trying to help you if we can through the eyes of other people who may have a clearer wisdom, who have the peace for judgment and comprehension of a matter to call the show, share what they think and be the way out for you. I want to thank you so much. You have been wonderful. I will leave you in the hands of Kemi and Sam. My name is Joyce. We're Nigeria Info. I'll see you Monday, God willing, when the sun rises. God bless you. In a moment, they're going to be continuing the show with your messages, and they are going to attempt their best at trying to give you what advice may serve the questions that you have asked. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're on the sunny side. God bless you.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3